Just give me 1 second, guys, just while I find the stream. I'm just going to share this around, then I'll get into the action. Just give me 1 second. I'm earlier than planned, so, you know. Oh, I just realised my voice is still heard. Funny that. Give me 1 sec while I just share the chat around, not the chat, the stream. And then we'll get into tonight's action. Just very just give me a sec, guys, just while I get into the swing. There we go, that's better. Got the stream up and running, and it's shared round to its relevant places. But give me 1 second, guys. Just going to jump into the stream itself on YouTube so I can see exactly what is going on. But hopefully you guys can hear me. Hopefully I am heard on stream. I'm just going to double check that right now as we speak. Yes, I am. I'm heard. The delightful West Midlands accent is heard again. How are we doing, guys? So yes, guys, welcome to Thursday Night Racing League. How are we doing? It's Thursday. It's another week. Well, another week is near enough ended. How are we doing? We are here for round number 5. Yeah, it's round number 5. Season 6 of the Thursday Night Racing League. And yes, we are here at the Imola circuit in Italy. Can't wait for tonight. I'm looking forward to it. You may see that I'm on screen again, so hello everyone. I just thought I'd get my face shown on camera. I think it gives it a bit more flavour. You get to see me being a bit more, I can't even speak, a bit more animated, should I say, than having myself hidden and just obviously the voice just being heard. But obviously if you're new around here, yes, it is of course Hoppers in the commentary box. How are we doing? Is it going to be a very hectic night of racing, because we do have the last 2 sprint races of the season. Yes, there was only but we'll see exactly how well things go. Yeah, so it is the last 2 sprint races of the season. We did have but yeah, as I was saying, we do have the last 2 sprint races of the season. We did have 2 already at was it Catalonia? I think it must have been Catalonia early on in the season. But we are here at Imola for round number 5 of season 6 of the championship. As I say, it is getting very close. It's getting towards the sharp end. 2 weeks ago we were at the Nürburgring on the GP loop, and it absolutely throwed it down with rain, but it looks like it's going to be an absolute scorcher. Better than weather over here in England. Obviously it's bitterly cold, but I'm sure the guys tonight will be giving you guys some really good action. At the moment, 9 drivers on the grid. I believe Stefano Marchetto is going to make it for race number 2, because there is 2 sprint races and 2 5-minute qualifying sessions of the evening. I'll tell you what, I am looking forward to tonight. It is, as I say, the championship's coming down to sort of its sharp end, sort of the nitty gritty. Now we do have 2 rounds left, and they are endurance races at, of course, Mazzano, and then rounding up the season at Kyalami. But obviously in 2 weeks time we head to Mazzano, so we stay in Italy to go to Mazzano, which I'm looking forward to. It's a track I've not really excuse me, not really got to grips with. Commentated around there before in season 1, but we've not been since. So it's going to be very interesting to see what is going to happen for that. And then obviously, of course, we round up at Kyalami, just outside Johannesburg in South Africa, for the finale, which I'll tell you what, it is going to be close as you like. I remember JMR last week, 2 weeks ago, at the Nürburgring in the wet, taking the race win in the Ferrari, first win of the season, stopped the rot of Lemos in the Porsche. But you know, anything can happen tonight. It is obviously going to be one of thereabouts. You know, as I say, anything can happen in these races. 2 35-minute races, they're going to be over in a flash, as well as the 5-minute qualifying session. I'll tell you what, it is looking likely at the moment, just looking at the times. Then Lemos is currently leading the way in free practice. We do have, of course, 5 minutes of qualifying, and then we do have the race, then another 5 minutes of qualifying, then another 35-minute race. I tell you what, as I say, we've been around here last season. We did do 35 minutes around here, and I think it was kind of a bit of a touch and go race meeting, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen thereabouts. But just looking at the likes of Slow Wolf at the moment, currently on stream. As I say, we're going to give you variation cameras, as well as potentially could be exciting. I'm not too sure. But we'll see what happens for tonight. As I say, potentially I may not do driver interviews tonight. I've, you know, not really prepared for the eventuality, but I'll see how I feel. I'll see how the stream goes. I'll see how the racing goes tonight, whether I do them. I do tend to do them, but you know, as of tonight, I just thought, well, you know, depending on what time we finish, etc., I may try and jump on and try and get the race winner, or try and get some of the guys in to hear their thoughts, if I do them, that is. But you know, it is quite a long time to commentate. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen in the 2 35-minute races. I believe the yeah, it's still 5 minutes of qualifying for both, and then it's 2 35-minute races. So as I say, we're in for a treat. Last time we were here, I think it did rain, but obviously it's now bright sunny conditions. It's going to be amazing to see what happens. But yeah, I'm rooting for a few drivers. Not got obviously Yuri in the Lamborghini. He's missed a few races due to, I believe he's been renovating his house. But we'll see exactly what is going to happen. But we do have, of course, Yuri back on the grid tonight in the Lamborghini, the famous 5 Lamborghini that he runs. But he will be hey mate, how's it going, Nate? Welcome in, mate. As you can see, I'm on screen now. How you doing, mate? I believe you've gone to PS5 now, mate. It's a big shame, really, because I was looking forward to you racing again, but never mind, mate, it is what it is. But yeah, as I say, I may try and get some of the guys into the comms box if I can, if I'm up to it. I think it's new rig, new PS5, PS5's history. Fair point, mate, fair point. You've got to get up in that challenge, haven't you? But fair enough, mate. I hope it goes well for you. Shame I don't have a PS5, otherwise I'll be commentating on you lot as well. We'll see exactly what will happen. But yeah, I'm sure it'll go well, mate. Sorry, I'm just getting multiple messages at the moment, trying to sort something out for May as well, because I'm... Yeah, PS5's next week, mate. Yes, it is, yes. But yeah, as I say, so I may do driver interviews. But yeah, so I may do driver interviews. I'll see how tonight goes. See how I feel later. It's not because it's a problem with having interviews. It's just the fact is, you know, with racing. Well, these guys racing, and obviously people being international. You know, you don't want to keep people up all night. You know, waiting for me to invite them into the comms box, etc. But you know, as I say, we've got Yuri currently out on track. We've got Lemos setting the pace with a 142.522 at the moment. He is quick in that Porsche at the moment. Porsche went well round here last season. Won't be surprised if JMR actually stops the rot again this evening and gets 2 sprint races. He's looking forward to it. Hopefully he doesn't make too many mistakes. But as I say, it's still a long way to go in the well, sort of a long way to go in the championship. But we do obviously have, of course, tonight, and then we have the two last endurance races of the season. Believe it or not, season 6 has gone quicker than I thought it would be. But the good news is, though, if you are part of the PS4 lobby for next season, that is right, you will retain the likes of me doing the commentary. I'm looking forward to being back for season 7. I'm not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. I love commentary to bits. These guys really put on a good show, but we'll see what happens. You never know. Season 7 may be the time where different tracks may get thrown in, or we may revisit some of the rekindled tracks. I'd love to go back to Snetterton, love to go back to Alton Park, and probably Donington Park, purely because I know them tracks quite well, hence the British Touring Car t-shirt. But yeah, it's going to be so funny to see whatever happens. But you never know. But so yeah, I will be back for season 7 doing the commentary, hopefully, if the guys allow me to come back as well. But JMR is currently, Lemos goes up 142.411 now. It's quite on the money, is Lemos at the moment. Then you got of course Slow Wolf in the Bentley. Very interesting to see Slow Wolf back. He did very well at the Nürburgring, only to be blighted by, I think, the weather conditions caught him out a few times. But he's done very well to get back into the number 43 Bentley. Then we have, of course, Chris Allen in the green Ferrari, the 28 machine. And then, of course, Yuri is in pit lane. DC Joe in the Ferrari. Then you've got, of course, Peter. Peter's now in a Ferrari, then a Bentley, which is quite surprising, really, to figure out why he's gone there. But it's obviously down to him. It's his obviously probably his personal preference. Maybe because the Bentley he wasn't getting on with it, maybe. But he's in a purple, sort of a purplish Bentley, which is quite nice looking. And then you've got, of course, Skyfood behind him at the moment in the car that he used to race in the Bentley. Skyfood did quite well at excuse me, did quite well at the Nürburgring last time out. Did very well until I think he had a drive-through penalty or stuck-go penalty for track limits, or he spun out. I can't remember exactly what happened, but he's on the money this evening for what will be a sensational night of racing for him in the number 11 Bentley. So yeah, we've got around 24 minutes to go before the first qualifying session of the evening starts, but you know, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. As I say, it's 2 35-minute races around here, sprint races. I believe the PS5 guys next week, I'm going to see where they are next week, because I'm interested to find out where they go, because it always makes me intrigued to find out. So the PS5 guys head obviously here, and they also end up at Mazzano and then Kyle Lamy 2 weeks later, which is quite interesting to see exactly what's going to happen thereabouts. But got a bit close for comfort between Skyfu and, of course, Peter there. Thought they were going to tap each other out or take each other out, but it's quite interesting to see what happens. As I say, it is Mazzano and of course Kailami for both sets, PS4 and PS5, to round up the seasons. But championship points, if you're wondering what championship, I can't even get my words out. I do apologise, ladies and gents. I always struggle with words. I don't know what's going on, but championship points. Then, can I find the points? No, I can't. Yes, I can. But it looks like on the this is technically for roughly the AM class and the Pro class, but it's combined. Is Lemos is leading on 124, Joe Mart is 19 points behind on 105, so that means Joe Mart is going to have to work long and hard this evening to literally get the stop the rot of that Porsche. It's, you know, Porsche looks very strong around here. Most of the guys are actually, apart from Slow Wolf and Yuri, that are out on track at the moment, maybe getting better set up, ready for the 5 minutes of qualifying. Then you got, of course, Slow Wolf on 59, then Skyfu is on 54, so they're kind of out of the equation at the moment. Then you got, of course, EW and then Stefano Marchetto on 49 and 45. Then you got Future Revenge on 36. Mambo isn't here tonight. He is on 33. You've got Chris Allen on 28, roughly his race number, which is fair point. And then you have, of course, Stance Land on 24, then DC Joe, and of course GDL Sport on GLGD Sport on 18, then Uric on 14 and a half, and then firstly Bukawa or Buka on 10 and a half, then obviously Peter on 9 as well as Yuri on 9. The AM class is looking like this: Skyfu on 50, then 4 points behind his Future Revenge on 46. Then of course you've got Chris Allen on 33, DC Joe on, of course, 23, Joe Rink. I've not seen Joe Rink since a couple of rounds, on 19 and a half, GLGG Sport on 16 and a half, and firstly on, of course, 15, Yuri on, of course, 12, and then of course Peter on 11 and a half. But yeah, that's the championship table. I believe we do have another comment on the stream. Good evening, Edward van der List. I do apologise, mate. I probably butchered your name. Evening, mate. How are you? I thought it was you. Buddy. How are you, mate? I do apologise if I butchered your name. I do apologise, pal. I do try and pronounce everyone's name as best as I can. But yes, how are you, mate? As I say, I'm looking forward to tonight. It is going to be close as we like. We've only got 20 minutes till the first 5 minutes of qualifying session for the first 35-minute race. I don't know what it is about these sprint races, but these sprint races seem to be over in a flash. And it's kind of amazing to see what people think. I personally, if I was rating a 35-minute sprint race, I think it'd be good. I do like the hour and 15-minute endurance race because that spices it up a bit. There is a mandate. I think there is a mandatory pit stop, but it's down for fuel or tyres for these guys in the two races. But it is going to be very interesting to see how well things go. As I say, if you're up for season 7. I believe there might be some places free for season 7 because some people are going on to Pastures New. I believe Stefano Marchetto, who is a 4-time multiple champion of There's Not Racing League, he is going to go to PS5. I believe he's going as of next week. A big shame, really, because Stefano is a likeable character. He is a very class racer. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does in PS5. Yes, okay, I don't commentate on PS5, but I'm looking forward to hearing about it. But who knows what he's going to be doing. But we'll see exactly how well things are going for him. But it is what it is, and people go on to Pastures and New, and it's a shame I'm not part of the PS5 clan because I do PS4 and PS5 commentary. But unfortunately, I'm stuck with the PS4 for the time being. But nevertheless, I do enjoy the commentary. But yeah, you can see me on stream now, which is a new addition. but we'll see exactly what is going to happen. But yeah, so as I say, the camera featuring me and showing me is a new addition. I used it for the Nürburgring purely because I thought, well, why not? You get to see the commentator, you get to see the but yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see exactly what the outcome of tonight's racing. So yeah, you get to see the commentator now, which believe it or not is a great addition to the stream. So if you see me look in this direction, it's 'cause I'm looking at the comments as well as the stream, but I can see what's on track. It is a bit delayed on the stream though, but obviously you get to catch up with the highlights when it appears on stream. It's a bit of a shame really that I can't put the captions on for you guys that may want the captions. It's a bit unfortunate that, but nevertheless, I believe after I've done the stream, you may be able to do it. Never worked it out, but we'll see exactly what happens. I believe, I'm not too sure if Edward's going to be making it. I hope so, because it'd be nice to have him on the grid for this evening. But if he's got other things on, it's fine, it's not a problem. But as I say, you know, everyone has lives, but I'd love to eventually one day go out and chat with these guys while they're, you know, not racing, but obviously jump in for free practice and have a bit of a practice like myself. Normally I'd do, if a track I know quite well, like Alton Park or Snetterton or even Donington or and Brands or Silverstone, I'll jump on for a lap of the track. But as things stand at the moment, I've not done it for a while because some of the corner names can get tricky. But you know, it's just it's probably my pronunciations, and I do apologise if anyone hears my mispronunciations of names or even track corners. I do apologise for that straight up. It's something I really struggle with. But commentating is a work of art. You can obviously trust my commentating style. I am kind of, when it gets into the racing and gets into qualifying, I get more excited. At the moment with free practice, I like to waffle on, should we say. But yeah, so as I say, you know, commentating is an art, but I do love commentary. It is something I've adapted with quite well. I do race elsewhere on a Sunday, but you know, I haven't raced for a long time. And what happened to Spamalotto? He is currently he's currently watching Juventus play. No, he said he's going to be in for race 2, mate. I believe he's watching his beloved Juventus play, mate. That's why he's not here at the moment. But he should be in for race 2, hopefully. He said he'd be in for race 2. He said he won't be for the first race. you might be right, mate. You never know. He's done well round here in the past. He's had a bit of 50-50 luck round here, though. To be fair, when I commentated, I think it was season 2, maybe season 2, maybe season 3, slightly. Good evening, James. No, he won't. He'll stop him winning. Oh dear. So yeah, he had I think it's a love-hate relationship around here for some of them. It was kind of like, how can I put it? He he had a drive-through penalty for, I think it was track limits or speed in the pit lane, which kind of hampered his race, and he's had a few issues like that previously where but yeah, I don't know exactly. I don't know exactly. If he does come, I'm sure he'll be try and put a good up fight for. But as I say, it is going to be a tight fight around here between the likes of Lemos and of course Jeremiah at the moment, as well as Stefano Marchetto if he does come on. You know, as I say, Stefano is going PS5, which is a big shock to me, and it is a big shock to everyone else, I believe. The PS4 guys. I personally want to say this now. Yeah, no worries, mate. Thank you. Nate, I'll catch up with you soon, mate. Thank you for popping in, mate. Good luck with your F1 League. Sounds quite interesting, that, mate. But yeah, as I say, Stefano is going to PS5 at the end of. It's either at the end of this season or it's at the end of this season. I'm not too sure whether it's at the end of this season or it's towards the end. I'm not too sure, but he will be missed. But I'm sure he will be. He'll be keeping an eye on the delightful hoppers in the commentary box. But well, yeah. Hopefully, you guys can hear me on stream. Just give me 1 second. I'm just trying to sort a message. We'll see exactly what's going to happen, but you never know what could happen here for Thursday Night Racing League. I'm just trying to sort out something. We'll see exactly what's going to happen. We are back to now 8 drivers. It's a bit, I hate to say this on stream for the guys that are watching, but it is kind of a bit disappointing. You know, it kind of gets a bit infuriating as a commentator, because, you know, if the quicker guys get away and then the guys at the back are not having battles, and then you have to go to the battle at the front because there's a battle at the front, but then the guys at the back start having a battle, you have to go back and forth. But as I say, hopefully Edward makes it into the lobby for race number 2. I'm not too sure whether he's going to be joining tonight. I'm not too sure who's going to be making it or not. But I hate to say this, but there was 11 drivers on the sign up, and you know, it's kind of a bit disappointing when 11 drivers say they're going to race and then you've only got 8 at the moment. But we'll just persevere. You know, I'm not trying to have a rant, and I'm not trying to kick off about it, but you know, being a commentator, you know, you want more people. As we got it might have been Future Revenge. It's alright. I think he's oh, we've got someone else. No, it's not Future Revenge. I do apologise. It's someone called Yorkshire Micah in the, I believe he is racing this evening in the number 35. But yes, he is in the 35 Bentley Continental GT in the orange, and by looks of it, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen. So we've got Yorkshire Micah then in the Bentley. Good to have a new driver on for commentary as well. So that's good. We've got 9 drivers then at the moment. It's not too bad. So I do apologise for having a bit of a rant about the driver numbers, but you know, it is what it is, and you know, especially when you commentate and you do want a big grid. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen. So we've got around 7 minutes and a half to go until qualifying does actually get underway for the Thursday Night Racing League this evening for round number 5 of 8 at Imola. It is going to be a very close proximity races because the 2 35-minute sprint races as well as 2 5-minute qualifying, so it is kind of roughly roughly about 50 minutes of rate, well 50 minutes in total, but it's going to be very close to see what happens with that. But I might have even added that up wrong. It's kind of roughly 70 minutes in total of race time, and then obviously 10, so it's about 80 minutes roughly time wise to get that out there. But yes, we are live and exclusive on the Thursday Night Racing League YouTube channel. If you want to check us out, please do like and subscribe, and please do click that notification bell because you don't want to miss the racing in 2 weeks time when we head to Misano. I'm looking forward to Misano. I'm hoping they've listened to what I requested and put it in the dark, but we'll soon find out when we go head to Misano next time out. That is in 2 weeks time, so that is 2 weeks today. Also, when we head to Kyalami, it'll be a very interesting end to the season. I believe JMR, of course, Lemos are going to try and stop each of them trying to win the race this evening. Stefano Marchetto really needs to come on and put a dent in these two racing, each of them race number 2. Hopefully we get a few more drivers in tonight. Future Revenge has left the lobby, which I was trying to work out who, but we do have Yorkshire Micah on the grid, which is great to see. It's great to see people. Stefano Marchetto is coming for race number 2 as his beloved Juventus have just won 2-0. So hopefully he will be entering the lobby. He'll be happy to come back racing. Hopefully he's not celebrated too hard and had a few to drink while he's doing that, but if he has, then fair play. But he's coming in for race number 2, so looking forward to all that. But be very interesting to see what he can do on home turf. Is Stefano Marchetto a likeable character as well? He's a very good racer. You know, I've known him for so many seasons now in Thursday Night Racing League. He won the first championship when I commentated. He won. He didn't win season 2 because he had a couple of mistakes, so he was chasing after a McLaren, and then he didn't win back to back. Then he went to, then I think he won, then he won the GT4 championship, and then he won a couple of seasons, so he is multiple champion of the Thursday Night Racing League. So who can blame him? With 4 minutes left then until we get underway for the first qualifying session of the evening, the first 5 minute qualifying, 5 minutes of qualifying. I'll tell you what, it seems like it's not going to be a long time for the qualifying session at all. I hope you guys can see me on stream and hear me correctly. If you can't, please do let me know. I'm not going to be offended. I'm all for adjusting volumes. I'm all for adjusting the lighting. So yeah, as I say, it is going to be over in a flash tonight. It is quite a long, well, not a long evening of racing, but it is quite a interesting one. I'm just having a look what's going on with the stream, but I can easily turn that, so I'll try not to get it in my eye line, because you know the phone is reflecting light, so you know you get to see me a bit more clearer. And yeah, you actually get to see me on stream as well, which some of the guys are probably thinking, that Hoppers is on stream again, but might as well show the face to the world of Thursday Night Racing League. As I say, if you're interested in racing next season, I believe there will be space in Season 7. Season 7 is going to be probably one of the amazing, quite some time, it's been a while. I believe Luke Barnard still runs it, as well as the likes of Yuri, Jermar and Stefano Marchetto. They are the admins. I believe ACB is also still an admin. He races in PS5 though, he's ACB, but I believe he's still an admin of Thursday Night Racing League. I'm not an admin, but I am a commentator for the PS4 guys, as you can tell, with the headset, as well as the controller. It's a bit of a shame really, because I'd love to race, but some of these guys are probably on wheels, and you know, they're probably going to be 10 times quicker than me. I have no idea what the setups are for the lobby itself, well, for what they set up for racing. Unfortunately, we don't see that during the qualifying or before they're preparing for a race. I'm not too sure if it's a formation lap tonight, or if it is. If it is, then we'll obviously unfortunately can't go through the grid during the formation lap, but sometimes I wish there was a way where I could have a formation grid on the stream, and then you guys can see who's lined up where on the grid. But it is going to be a very interesting night of racing. I'm just going to see what Yorkshire Micah's Bentley is like. It is orange, blue and pink in the 35 Bentley Continental GT. I believe it is his debut for Thursday Night Racing League, so welcome in. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We do have 1 minute and 24 seconds left, so it is going to be quite interesting to see what's going to happen. So we do have, not far away from the likes of not far away from qualifying for race number 1 starting. So yeah, we've got just under 1 minute, so it is bang on basically 8 PM UK time, 9 PM European, so CEC, and then of course I believe it's 4 PM, maybe the clocks have gone forward, so it might be 5 PM, maybe depending on time zone in America, but it's definitely it can't be 5 PM over in America. It could be, might not be, it might even be 6 PM, maybe 7 PM over there, but over in America at the moment. But we do have 9 drivers then for this evening. It's not a problem. Hopefully we get Stefano Marchetto and of course EW in for race number 2, and I'll tell you what, it is going to be great. I'm looking forward to this. We've got obviously 2.5 minutes to wait, but that's because of obviously maybe track time, unless Yorkshire Micah decides to slow down a minute and then go into pit lane, and then it just puts him in for qualifying. But Lemos then fastest of free practice with 141.811, and Jeremiah is a 1 second 0.62 of a second behind him. So Jeremiah a bit on the back foot at the moment, trying to get there. Slow Wolf in third then, so that's could be a very good, interesting night of racing for Slow Wolf, but we'll soon find out what's going to happen. But as we see Yorkshire Micah then, I think he's just adapting to the track. I hope Future Revenge does come back to race, but yeah, there's quite a few interesting moments this evening, as you know, anything can happen. 5 minutes of qualifying then, as I say, 5 minutes of qualifying, that's all you get for these sprint races, but we'll soon find out exactly what is going to happen thereabouts. Excuse me. But Yorkshire Micah then, but yeah, it's going to be very interesting as we get ready for, of course, qualifying then. So qualifying for 5 minutes then is already started. Chris Allen, oh, he's spun out of pit lane. I think he's just realised that. Well, Jeremiah is the first one out then, followed by Yuri. So Yuri's going to be there. There's a couple of guys there. I think Chris Allen's actually trying to get out of pit lane at the moment. So he is there. So yes, he will be the next one. So we've got JMR and of course Yuri out of pit lane then. So the two teammates around here are going to go very well. I hope JMR actually pushes the limit of that Ferrari quite well to get onto pole position. It is, as I say, 5 minutes of qualifying. It's going to be over in a flash. You've got the outlap to get in, but hopefully there's enough. Lemos and Slow Wolf are out of pit lane. Skyfood's out. DC Joe is still in pit lane. Peter is out of pit lane in the Ferrari. So the purple Ferrari, beautifully coloured purple Ferrari, I must say. 75 machine, but it's going to be a very close 5 minutes of qualifying. It could be one lap, it could be 2 laps to get under the belts for qualifying. You've got the likes of DC Joe. Future Event is actually come back, which is good to see. So that puts us up to 10 races, which, you know, rightly so. So Future Event is in pit lane. DC Joe is going out of pit lane. I think Future Event likes to stay in pit lane, which I have no problem with. I think it's just because obviously, you know, probably not much practice and probably don't want to hamper people's qualifying laps. Fair play to him. As I say, 3 minutes and 15 seconds left then of qualifying for round number 6. Round number 5, I do apologise. Round number 5 of season 6, that's what I was meant to say. But you know, here at Imola for the first of 2 35-minute sprint races then. So what is Yuri going to do? Is Yuri going to push on? Is JMR going to push on? Is, of course, Chris Allen going to be there? Who's going to stop Lemos from taking another pole position? You know, I can't believe how quick Lemos has been this season. He's obviously runner-up last season against JMR. JMR won the championship last season. And I think JMR is looking to try and decrease that gap heading in towards tonight, as well as going in towards Mazzano and, of course, the season finale at Kyalami. So 3 rounds left of the championship then, with around 4 races. That's right, 4 races to go. But obviously with 2 sprint races tonight, you've got obviously then the 2 endurance races, but I'll say still 4 races to go in the championship with 3 rounds left. But after tonight it is 2 races and of course 2 races to go. Yeah, 2 races and 2 rounds. Did I say 2 races and 2 races? I just heard myself say that, even though I've not got the sound on stream, but I remember just repeating that. But yeah, we've got after tonight 2 rounds and 2 races to go after this, and it's going to be an absolute thrilling end towards the season. As I say, anything can happen between now and the end of the season. You never know, people might not make it, or there might be issues out there. But Lemos is currently on the pace at the moment. He's trying to get that Porsche up there. He's got a minute and a half to go in qualifying. As I say, it's going to be a quick blast for these guys. Let's see what's happening. Chris Allen thereabouts. He's going through the last half of the lap. Lemos is, as JMR goes, 142.498. That's quicker than what it was. No, it wasn't. It's slower than it was in free practice. But he's going to try and push on Yuri up into second at the moment. Could this be Yuri's chance? I think Yuri actually had a podium at, was it a podium, or was it might have been a podium at Bathurst last season, or was it round here? I can't remember. But Chris Allen third at the moment. Peter about to go 4, oh no, he's 5th. As Slow Wolf goes 3rd. Slow Wolf in that Bentley, the 43 Bentley, looking racy as ever tonight. But yeah, fair play to these guys. I do apologise, my voice is going slightly. Lemos is thereabouts. Lemos has probably had a few issues at the moment. He's got 25 seconds though to try and put that car on pole position. But at the moment, provisional pole position is this guy, JMR. JMR is 55 Ferrari. He's going to be pushing on. He wants to try and push on to get a decent lap in, because he knows for a fact if Lemos gets that pole position, it might make him a bit more difficult. But let's see what he's going to do. He's going through that chicane, but down towards the latter half of the lap then. But as I say, qualifying now has finished, so if anyone is on excuse me, is on an outlap, as Future Avengers actually gone up for qualifying. Fair point to him. He's 8th. Stefano Marchetto has actually made it for race number 1, so believe it or not, the number 4 Bentley, he's come back into his faithful Bentley. This is absolutely insane. to see. So Stefano Marchetto will be starting from the back of the grid. So this could be a challenge here, as JMR still stays pole position. Then Yuri, what's Yuri doing? Yuri is about to cross the line, still stays second at the moment. Fair play to Yuri. He's not giving up. I'll tell you what, he is thereabouts. Then you've got, of course, Slow Wolf at the moment trying to just push on, but Lemos is pole position, yes. Pips JMR by 0.510 of a second. So Lemos goes at 1:41.988 of a second. I'll tell you what, fair play. Yuri starts third though. That's a good result for Yuri tonight. I'll tell you what. Slow Wolf fourth, Skyfu fifth, Chris Allen in sixth. Then you've got Peter seventh, DC Joe eighth, Yorkshire Micah, I beg your pardon, in ninth for the moment. He's going to about to cross the line. Is he going to stay ninth, or is he going to propel himself a bit further up the grid? He stays ninth, and then Stefano Marchetto at the back of the grid with Future Revenge. I'll tell you what, this is going to be insane, because Stefano Marchetto has come back. You know, he's back in the Bentley, the faithful Bentley that he won the first title in. I'll tell you what, it's great to see him back on the grid. I am pleased to say. And I'll tell you what, it is going to be a thrilling night of racing so far. So it is Lemos followed by JMR. Then I'll go through the grid while the guys are getting their setups ready for the formation lap, as well as they've got to make one mandatory pit stop. It is for fuel or tyres, I believe. So that is going to be very interesting. So we've got Lemos followed by JMR, followed by Yuri, followed by Slow Wolf. Then you got Skyfu followed by Chris Allen. Then you got Peter. Then of course DC Joe, Yorkshire Micah in, of course, Night Future Revenge, and then of course Stefano Marchetto at the back of the grid. I'll tell you what, this is going to be insane with Stefano Marchetto at the back of the grid. Didn't get on for qualifying, but he is at the back of the grid for the first 35-minute race of the evening. This is going to be a cracker. You don't want to miss this, guys. If you aren't watching the stream, welcome in. It is, of course, Hoppers in the commentary box. How we're doing this is obviously me. You get to see me on the stream now, because I'd rather show you my face on the stream. It's not often you see a commentator, but obviously, you know, maybe it adds a bit more excitement when you get to see me get a bit excited with the drivers. So who knows what's going to happen. You got, as I say, quite some time at the moment. We've got 37 seconds to go until the formation lap, and I'll tell you what, 11 cars on the grid, not too bad. It's gonna be very interesting. I'm looking forward to this one, because I'll tell you what, buckle up, because you don't want to miss this. This is going to be an absolute cracker, especially with Stefano Marchetto, multiple champion Thursday Night Racing League, starting from the back of the grid in his faithful Bentley. He did say what car he's going to be changing a car tonight. Didn't tell me what car he was going in though, but maybe he left it as a surprise. But I'll tell you what, he's in his faithful Bentley. This could be a race where I believe Chris Allen is now starting from pit lane. It's a bit unfortunate that. I didn't realise that until it's got the P next to Chris Allen's name. So it is a formation start. So Lemos is getting there, about putting the brakes up to temperature. Yuri's got a good chance for a race win. This is absolutely insane, but Stefano Marchetto will be at one place, because Chris Allen is in pit lane. He's starting from pit lane for some bizarre reason, not too sure why. But could be he was late out onto the grid, or he's got issues with that Ferrari, who knows. But looking at the likes of Lemos, then JMR, Yuri, Slow Wolf, Skyfu, Peter, there's quite a few people out there at the moment, as the camera throws a bit of a wobbler on board with Lemos, but you never know what will happen. But looking back from Lemos, he's Porsche at the moment, and so Chris Allen will be starting from pit lane, ladies and gents. Bit of a shame really for the 28 Ferrari driver, but as I say, it is what it is. He can't actually get out of pit lane and go and start where he starts from in the grid. It's a bit unfortunate that. but maybe he was caught unaware with the arrival of Stefano Marchetto, but who knows what's going to happen thereabouts. But get ready for a very interesting night of racing then. Stefano Marchetto, as I say, he starts from the rear of the field, but he has made it for what could be an enthralling battle. You know, is he going to be able to win from the back? Excuse me, sorry, I didn't mean to yawn in front of everyone and yawn down everyone's ear. But is Stefano Marchetto then going to make it a challenge from the back of the grid? It's a bit unfortunate that Chris Allen has to start from pit lane. It would have been nice if the marshals would allow him to get into his grid slot, but unfortunately not. But nevertheless, we are in for a cracking first 35-minute race, and it is the penultimate one of the season as well, because we do have the final sprint race of the season coming up right up after another 5-minute qualifying. But we're looking at the likes of Lemos. They're all bunching up together now, getting into grid formation, because they are going to go to the grid but for the rolling start, and it is going to be a very close race start. I'm keeping an eye on Yuri at the moment, as well as Lemos, as well as Stefano Marchetto. It is going to be very close. It will probably put Chris Allen at the back of the grid once the guys have gone from the start line, but it is going to be very careful. We're waiting for the green light as well as the green flag to drop here at Imola for round number 5 of season 6 of Thursday Night Racing League for the PlayStation 4 lobby. We are getting ready then for the rolling start. Who's going to get the jump into the Tamburino chicane? Is it going to be these guys at the front? But I'll tell you what, we are ready to go, and it is about to become a very interesting start. So it is lights out and away we go. What's going to happen? Is Chris Allen going to be able to start from pit lane as Lemos and of course JMR at the moment try and break away from Yuri, and of course Skyfu? Is that Skyfu? Yeah, Yuri has a bit of a tap, but JMR gets in front of Lemos for the race lead. Then that could be a very interesting and bold move for starters, but that is going to be very close as you like, as Stefano Marchetto, and I'll tell you what, Chris Allen has made it out of pit lane. Where is Stefano Marchetto? He's already up to 7th. So yeah, regardless where he started, whether he was at the back of the grid or 10th place on the grid, he is already up to 7th. I'll tell you what, Stefano Marchetto is one to watch at the moment. So he's already up to 7th. Chris Allen is actually, yeah, he's got to catch these guys up. I'm not too sure exactly what happened to start from pit lane, but Skyfu currently in, of course, 4th place with the likes of, you know, Lemos trying to chase after, of course, JMR, but Yuri back into 3rd. Then Yuri goes a bit wide there. He needs to not go wide too much, because he'll get pinged for track limits. But you got the likes of Stefano Marchetto. Yeah, Stefano's come up to Peter at the moment, so he's trying to get into 6th place. But this could be a very interesting, bold move from Stefano Marchetto to start from the back of grid for race number 1. But it's going to be very close between the Ferrari and the Bentley. Both drivers used to drive the same car, but Peter used to drive the Bentley to start with, but Stefano drove the Ferrari for season 2. What he gets through into 6th place, then this could be a bold move from Stefano Marchetto to say, right, I was starting from the back of the grid, but not Lemos, JMR still leads the race then onto the first proper racing lap. We go then, so JMR pushes on Peter and of course Stefano Marchetto straight away into pit lane. Are they under fueled? That is a quite interesting that is quite an interesting proposition. So that's gone from bad to worse for Stefano Marchetto. Now he's actually, when he started from the back of the grid, I thought it was already a bold move, but maybe they're under fueled. Or maybe there has been a bit of an issue, we don't know. But Stefano Marchetto then in pit lane. Then Peter is about to be left there, so he's going to be dropping down to at least 11th place. But a bit unfortunate for Stefano and of course Peter at the moment, with the likes of course James still there now, so that's quite interesting. James still in 1st place, then followed by Lemos, yeah, 1st place followed by Lemos 2nd. Yuri doing very well in 3rd place, trying to push away from the likes of Skyfu at the moment in that Bentley. Skyfu runs very wide there in that Bentley, which is allowed the likes of, I believe that is Slow Wolf to catch him up in the 43, so the blue, silver and red Bentley Continental GT thereabouts. DC Joe in the Ferrari then, where he at the moment, the camera throws a wobbler, currently in 6th place then Yorkshire Micah, and of course 7th then got Future Revenge, 8th Chris Allen in of course 9th then Stefano Marchetto, and of course Peter 10th and 11th, but that is a bit unfortunate. Bit of a bold move. It could be a bit of a bold move if it comes towards the end of the race, then the likes of JMR and of course Lemos still have to do their mandatory pit stop. But I'll tell you what, this is getting very close and very fraught between the top two at the moment. I think Yuri's trying to catch them up as best as he can in that Lamborghini Huracan GT3 at the moment. He's trying to get the number 5 machine to get up to the top two to try and put a stop to them. When you've got Skyfu and of course Slow Wolf trying to go nose to tail as well, but that's allowed the gap of DC Joe and Yorkshire Micah is obviously between Slow Wolf and Skyfu. Then you've got of course Future Revenge and of course Chris Allen, then of course Stefano Marchetto as Lemos, and of course JMR have come together, but that is allowed Yuri to get into 1st place. What a move! That is absolutely what we want, and that's allowed the likes of Skyfu to get alongside Lemos as well. This race has twists and turns already, ladies and gents. This is what is going to be sensational about tonight, but that has allowed Yuri to get into the race lead. He's got to hold his nerve now, but I'll tell you what, championship leader Lemos is down to 4th place. This is absolutely insane as JMR is trying to get past Yuri, but Yuri, he's got to hold on. If Yuri wants to get this gap, he's got to push on. He's going to be delighted with this at the moment, probably thinking, yo, my teammates give me a bit of a helping hand there, but that can't be right, because that is going to try and stop. Sorry, getting tongue tied a bit too excited between the Lemos and of course Skyfu coming together. So Skyfu goes off, but then he's got to try and chase after now Lemos, but this is absolutely insane, because that's allowed Yuri to get into the race lead then. Yorkshire Micah still in 7th for DC Joe in 6th, Future Revenge 8th, Chris Allen 9th, Stefano Marchetto 10th at the moment with Peter, and of course 11th at the moment. Yuri still leads the race then. Come on Yuri, let's keep calm and composure, mate. You got your teammate behind you, but I'll tell you what, JMI is quite quick. He's got to be careful because he's made contact with Lemos. Lemos is probably not going to like that, but that's allowed Yuri to get into the race lead. I'll tell you what an insane couple of minutes of this race, ladies. Yeah, couple of insane minutes of this race, ladies and gents. You are in for a treat tonight. These 35-minute races, they're impressive, but I'll tell you what, Lemos is trying to push on, but I don't know whether he's got damage. But it looks like he's struggling a bit, because he's trying to get Skyfu's trying to catch him, he's trying to claw him in. It's almost like there's a magnet on the back of that Porsche at the moment, but I'll tell you what, fair play. We'll go back to the battles further back in a minute, but Yuri between his teammate JMR, literally trying to push on, trying to push Yuri, constantly trying to get, probably saying, Yuri, if you let me through, I'll try and guarantee that you get onto the podium. But I think Yuri's going to try and hold on for what could be a sensational race victory of his lifetime. It will be his first one in the Thursday Night Racing League as well. But I tell you what, so far with 20 coming up with around 3 minutes gone in this race already, with around 27, yeah, just under 28 minutes to go in this race. We're not even at the halfway stage yet either. But I'll tell you what, Yuri is trying to hold off JMR at the moment. James is trying to push up to his teammate. Lemos still down 3rd with Slow Wolf, no, not Slow Wolf, Skyfu, I beg your pardon. And of course, 4th place at the moment with the likes of Lemos trying to hold on. Slow Wolf 5th, DC Joe and Yorkshire Micah. That's another battle we're going to have to look out for in a minute. But I'll tell you what, JMR is trying to catch up to his teammate. Yuri is actually racing the pants off that Lamborghini at the moment, trying to literally hold on for dear life, because he's trying to get away from JMR, trying to, oh Yuri, oh, spoke too soon, put the commentator's curse on him. No, but he's still there in 2nd place, but I feel sorry for him. He's got dirt on his tyres at the moment. As Lemos is back up to 3rd then. He's still in 3rd at the moment. But Yuri's going to make that Lamborghini wide as possible, not to try and stop Lemos from getting through. But oh, Yuri goes a bit wide again. He's gone a bit wide. Lemos is going to try and get there as best as he can. Is he going to outbrake him, or is he going to outbrake Yuri? Oh, he's got to be careful. Lemos is thereabouts. Can't afford to make mistakes in this late stage of the championship. But Yuri's still in second then at the moment, with Lemos trying to overtake him. He does that with precision though. Poor old Yuri. As Skyfu almost piles into the back of that Lamborghini. But it's interesting battle for 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th at the moment. No, it's not 3rd, 4th and 5th, I beg your pardon. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Yeah, sorry. Get way tongue-tied. But I'll tell you what, fair play to, of course, Lemos at the moment, trying to push on. He's now 2nd with the likes of Yuri and Skyfu and of course Slow Wolf thereabouts. But I'll tell you what, it's getting very close between the likes of Skyfu and of course Yuri at the moment. This could be very interesting. Skyfu tries to get a move on the Lamborghini, can't do it there into San Marino. Well, it's going to be very careful to see what's going to happen. Let's see what's happening quickly between Stefano Marchesso and of course Peter. They are still 10th and 11th at the moment, but I tell you what, Yuri's got to hang on for dear life now. He's probably had a bit of muck on his tyres, but I'll tell you what, fair play. The 4 minutes gone in this race then. It is quite, yeah, no, it's 6, yeah, 6, yeah, 6, nah, yeah, it's 4 minutes, I do apologise. 4 minutes gone in this race. We've had some drama already. But I tell you what, there is a yellow flag going into this sector. It's a bit difficult to figure out who it is. I think Peter's getting laps, unfortunately. Which is a bit of a shame, really. But he's getting used to that Ferrari. But I tell you what, Skyfu trying to chase after, of course, Yuri at the moment. Yuri is thereabouts. So yeah, 5 minutes gone in this race. Then just under 24 minutes to go in this race. Still a long way to go. Not even at the halfway stage yet, but I'll tell you what, Stefano Marchesso and Peter had to make early mandatory pit stops. Was there damage? Was there under fuel? It all depends, I'm not too sure. But we had the likes of Lemos and Jeremiah have a bit of contact, which then allowed Yuri to take the race lead for briefly. But Yuri's back down to 3rd place at the moment. But as I say, anything can happen in this race. We are around Imola 4, round number 5 of the Thursday Night Racing League Season 6 in the PlayStation 4 lobby. And I'll tell you what, if you just joined, the legendary Hoppers is having a buzzing time in the commentary box. How about this for a race? I'll tell you what, let's see what's happening with Yorkshire, Micah and of course DC Joe just for a minute, because they are having a battle for 6th and 7th, but Lemos is getting away. He's got a 3.1 of a second gap between him and Jeremiah at the moment, with Yuri trying to get away from the chasing Bentleys behind him at the moment. It seems that the Bentleys are having a bit of a squabble, but Jeremiah, fair play to him at the moment, holding on. We like to Slow Wolf, that is right, and of course Skyfu having a bit of a battle for 4th and 5th at the moment. This could be a very interesting battle. 23 minutes to just under 23 minutes. Excuse me, just under 23 minutes to go. But 6 minutes into the race, with Peter getting lapped there, I thought Jeremiah had a bit of an issue then, but no. It seems that Peter's just getting lapped as Slow Wolf gets a bit not backhanded. It was Skyfu, I beg your pardon. Skyfu having a bit of a moment there, just trying to come out of that chicane, but he's got Slow Wolf right behind him at the moment. It seems that poor old Peter's having a bit of a torrid time in that Ferrari at the moment. Maybe it was under-fueled and maybe that's what happened, but Slow Wolf goes into pit lane then. It could be very interesting to see exactly what that will mean for him. Is that because it's a pit stop? Is it under-fueled? There's Peter and of course Skyfu. Oh! That was a bit nasty, that was, and that's Peter's Ferrari wrecked already. Went into the wall, and I think Skyfu was trying to lap him, but they locked wheels and that's what spun him off into the barrier. But then also Skyfoo's now gone off on his own accord, clipped that curb, and I think it spat him into the gravel. That's going to be a bit of a hamper there, but Yuri now still in third, so he's got a bit of a gap from DC Joe then. And of course Yorkshire Micah now, so that's going to be very interesting to see what the stewards think of Skyfoo and of course Peter when Peter was getting lapped. But that's allowed the likes of Yorkshire Micah now and DC Joe to be 4th and 5th respectively. Slow Wolf is in pit lane, he's coming out now, he's got to be very careful. He's down in 10th place with Stefano Marchetto now 9th. But Stefano might have been playing it safe. He didn't. He did come in at the end of qualifying, maybe not to put the setup on. It's probably the wrong setup. Maybe we'll see what happens. But Yorkshire Michael and DC Joe for 4th and 5th at the moment to literally a battle for 4th and 5th between the Ferrari and Bentley. So it's an interesting battle between the Ferrari and Bentley. The number 76 and number 35 as Yorkshire Micah. Looks like he's gone off there. It's a bit unfortunate on his debut. Not too sure what's happened there. Has he had an issue with the Bentley? Has there been an issue? I'm yet to find out, but he's lost a bit of ground from the likes of Skyfoo and of course Chris Allen now. He's still in the gravel trap at the moment, as he's actually disconnected. He's actually left the lobby, unfortunately. Not too sure why, but hopefully he's back for race number 2. But that has allowed Slow Wolf up into 9th, and of course Stefano Marchetto into 8th. Could be a very interesting bold move for Stefano Marchetto, because he is thereabouts as looking at what is going on for the race leads between JMR, but Lemos is there. Lemos is still currently in, of course, 2nd place. Yuri still 3rd then, so fair play. 20 minutes, just under 20 minutes to go. So we're not far away from the halfway mark now in this race, but fair enough. Yuri's still holding on for dear life with 3rd place could be intact for him this evening with DC Joe and now of course Skyfoo, and then of course Chris Allen and of course Future Avenger are the ones to make a mandatory pit stop. I believe Stefano Marchetto, Slow Wolf and Peter will be remaking their mandatory unless they decided they'll go to the end, but who knows what's going to happen. But JMR so far stopping the rot of Lemos then. Could be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen, but hopefully we do get Yorkshire Micah back for race number 2. But Yuri now jumps into pit lane. It seems a couple of cars are pitting very early, which is